Alrighty, what's going on, everybody? Of course, my name is Bloodwinger, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to, of course, another Skylanders Traptanium unboxing. Today we've got 4 Skylanders being unboxed. All of them are core Skylanders, but more importantly than that, all of them are brand new Skylanders as well, which is absolutely awesome. So, of course, we've got the team of Rocky Roll, Batspin, Echo, and High Five. So, high five, everybody, boom! So, nonetheless, of course, let's get rocking and let's get rolling. I guess we could go in that same very order, especially because I am super duper excited to check out Mr. Rocky Roll. Speaking of Rocky Roll, his little tagline right down here reads, "Roll with it," which is pretty well done. It's actually a combination of 2 characters, which is pretty awesome sauce as well. We have a really nice image of Rocky Roll right up at the top, which is quite cool. On the back of the packaging, we can see Mr. Rocky Roll actually in-game right there, so that's pretty awesome, along with also some of his other brethren in the Earth element of Skylanders, including Headrush, Fist Bump, Rocky Roll, and of course Terrabite. Now, of course, him being a brand new Skylander, he is indeed only playable in Skylanders Traptanium, and you cannot take him back into, of course, Spyro's Adventure, Giants, or Swap Force. And the same applies for all of these Skylanders we're going to be taking a look at today, simply because, of course, all of them are brand new they're brand new core Skylanders. So, of course, let's get rocking and rolling. I'm going to go ahead and quickly cut into the packaging here. Of course, if you're going to be using a knife, please be very careful, and if you're a kid, simply do not do so. So here we go, guys. Of course, we have our art card and sticker pack right up in the back of the card. So first and foremost, there's our little sticker. Then we have our art card, which is actually quite an interesting set of statistics because he has 100 across the board, which is pretty awesome. So he has 100 attack, 100 defense, 100 speed, and 100 magic points. So that's pretty awesome sauce indeed. Now, speaking of awesome sauce, let's go ahead and take a look at the figure itself. So here's Rocky Roll, who looks quite awesome. I'm guessing maybe Rocky and Roll because this guy is the one that rolls. Then again, it might be inverse because he's the one that rolls on him. So maybe it's Rocky and Roll, or Roll and Rocky, or Rocky Roll, or I'm getting confused here. Nonetheless, as you can see, it looks like an absolutely fantastic set of characters here. It's interesting because he feels a little wobbly, like you can even hear that little bit of a rattling noise, so I'm a little concerned about him falling off, so I have to be very, very cautious about that. But with that in mind, I think he looks absolutely awesome. Just a really, really cool looking character, and I'm super duper glad to add him to my roster of Skylanders. That being said, let's hopefully be glad to add Batspin to our roster as well. As you can see, her tagline is "No rest for the wicked." And of course, me being a huge Batman fan, I am absolutely happy to add somebody with the name Bat, or Bat in their name, I should say, to my Skylanders collection as well. A really nice art card in the back there for, of course, the Undead's Batspin. On the back of the packaging, we can see Batspin in-game, and she looks quite cool indeed. A bit of a, almost like tornado-like going on effect on her torso there, or lower torso, I should say. So that's kind of interesting. And then, of course, as you can see, we have some of the other Undead Skylanders, including Batspin herself. We have Shortcut, Funny Bone, and I Small. So, that being said, of course, let's go on ahead and get Batspin out of her plastic prison and take a look at the Skylander inside. Ay, caramba. Uh-oh. Don't mess this up. Don't mess. Okay, good. I got her out of packaging. Okay, so first and foremost, wowzers. 200 points. Goodness gracious, guys. 200 points in attack, 60 points in defense, 80 points in speed, and 40 points in magic. Additionally to that, of course, we have our little sticker pack right there. And then we move on to the Skylander itself. As always, try to unlock this tab just so that you're not breaking the figure. Like, for example, here, if you pull, you might break off an ear or the staff or something. So just take the extra second there to be extra cautious. All right, so here is Batspin, and she looks very, very stylish. I absolutely love the way that this Skylander looks. Really, really unique. Lots of bat-like features, of course, for the ears here, the little shoulder wings, the adorable bats right there on the staff, which is looking quite cool as well. This tornado-like effect, as I mentioned before, for her lower torso, so that looks quite nice. And of course, the glow-in-the-dark skull for all of the undead Skylanders. So now we move on to Echo. That was a terrible joke. But nonetheless, of course, here is the water element's Echo, who is a dragon-like creature, which is awesome. I really love the way that they scaled the figure, so that looks quite interesting. I can't wait to actually take a look at the figure itself, but even in package, it looks quite impressive and cool. We have some really lovely art right at the top there. Echo's tagline is, "Let's make some noise," because of course, Echo continues to echo, so if there's noise, Echo works just fine. Okay, I don't know why I had to explain that. Nonetheless, on the back of the packaging here, of course, as you can see, we have Echo in the games, who looks quite a lot more teal than he does in here. Like here, he looks a lot more blue, but in the game, he looks a lot more teal in color, which is kind of an interesting little observation there. But right down here, we have, of course, some of the other Skylanders in the water element, including Lob-Star, Tidal Wave Gilgrunt, Flipwreck, who looks awesome, and Gilrunt. And of course, once again, this still does apply in terms of compatibility. So, nonetheless, of course, let's go on ahead and cut into the packaging that is holding Echo in his Echo chamber. That did not work very well, but... Ooh, seems like Echo, the opposite of Batspin, is a master, or maybe mistress or mastress. I don't know what you what you would call it, especially because I'm not sure if Echo is a male or a female in nature and in terms of gender and such. But he or she, Echo, has 200 points in defense. So, of course, Batspin is a lot more offensive in nature, whereas this Skylander is a lot more defensive in nature. We also have 50 points for attack, which is a little low, so that's a bit concerning there. We have 60 points in speed, though, and a really powerful 90 points, or statistic point, for magic, which is absolutely awesome. And then, of course, we do have our little sticker in the back. So, now let's get to the Skylander itself. Of course, Echo, similar to most, or if not, sorry, all of the water Skylanders, comes on an absolutely gorgeous translucent blue base, which is fantastic. It does clash a little bit with the bottom red here, but I think it's okay. It's not that noticeable. And you have to admit, this is an incredibly detailed Skylander indeed. Just a lot of sculpt work right here on the plates. It's almost armor-like, not even scales. At first, I thought it was scale-like in the packaging, but now that I'm looking at it, it almost looks like there's a dragon inside of this that has wore some sort of armor. It's like Iron Man or something like that. There's some really cool kind of shellfish-like designs going on as well. Some really neat elements with the fins here and such on the back here, so that looks quite cool as well. And just an exceptionally well-made Skylander from a toy perspective. I don't know if I'll enjoy playing as him, because typically I don't really like the characters that are super defensive, but I think that visually as a figure, this has got to be one of my faves, because he just looks absolutely phenomenal. Alright, and last but certainly not least, ladies and gentlemen, is Mr. High Five, who looks absolutely awesome and adorable. Of course, he is a part of the life element, and his tagline is "Buzz Off!" So that fits, of course, with his whole bug-like design. Of course, if you don't know me, or if you know me, I should say, you know that I really like bug-like designs. I like bug creatures and such, and I find them to be quite interesting in terms of just the way that they look. That being said, IRL, a lot of bugs terrify me, so it's a little weird that I find some of their designs to be like really cool for armor and such, but then in real life, a lot of them terrify me. Nonetheless, as you can see, we have some really lovely art for Mr. High Five at the top of the packaging. On the back of the package right here, of course, once again, we have High Five in the game. Doesn't look like he's actually given a high five. Another thing that I want to bring up, he only has 3 fingers or 3 toes or whatever you want to call it. So how is he supposed to give a high five? It should be like a high 3, like the Ninja Turtles. That's a lot more fitting. So from now on, we're calling him High 3. As you can see, we have some of the other life element Skylanders available here as well, including the Trapmaster Bushwhack, High 3 himself, Sure Shot Shroomboom, and the Whisper Elf. So, let's go ahead and give this package a high five. Boom! That's supposed to open it up, but it didn't work, so I guess we're gonna have to just go the same way that we did for the others. And, ooh, Man, I like the translucent wings. That looks quite cool. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so this is definitely going to be my kind of Skylander. I can already tell that me and High 3, or High 5, I should say, are going to get along, because he has 170 points in attack and 170 points in speed. That is my favorite combinations for Skylanders to play. I love when the Skylander is quick and when the Skylander has a lot of offensive damage. So I am definitely looking forward to giving High 5 a go. Of course, he does then lack quite a bit in defense and magic with only 20 points for each. By the way, I forgot to mention, the back of the cards all, of course, have the Skylanders Trap Team logo. And once again, we did get a sticker as well. So, that being said, ladies and gents, let's go ahead and free Mr. High 5 out of his plasticky prison here and make sure that he doesn't tell us to buzz off. But he looks absolutely awesome. Look at that. Whoa, dragonfly-like colors right here. Almost looks like a mango or like a papaya. I wonder what the 5 here in the center is. I'm guessing that's for the High 5. I wonder if he has brothers that are High 1 through 4, or maybe 1 through whatever, and they all just get like a stamp when they're born. They're just like, okay, you're number 5, you're gonna be High 5, High 3, High 7, High 52. That would be an interesting clan to check for sure. Of course, as you can see, we have some really, really lovely and well detailed. You can see almost like webbing sculpt work right there throughout the wings, so it just brings it to life that much more and kind of gives it that bug-like look and element. A little bit of paint lacking right here on the teeth, but then again, at such a tiny little scale, it's understandable. It's not great, but it's understandable why it's there. I really love the fading effect going on here on the back. I really like how it's almost bug-like in nature in terms of, like, you know, where kind of the colors almost like kind of sponge together and kind of get absorbed. So I really, really like that element going on. And in general, just a really, really great addition to the Skylanders army. All 4 of these Skylanders are absolutely awesome. Very, very much happy to add all of them to the lineup. In fact, I was most excited for Rocky Roll. Visually, he was the character that I liked the most. But I have to say, right now, I'm pumped to play as all 4 of these guys as soon as I possibly can. So, of course, stay on the lookout for that. Of course, if you don't want to miss out for when the gameplay videos go up, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, share the video with your family and friends if you guys enjoyed it, and of course, smash that like button if you enjoyed it as well. Thanks all for watching, guys. Have a fan-flipper-tastic day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out. See you laters, alligators.